Good morning and welcome back to Love from the Kitchen. Today we're going to make some machaca tortas. And this is our spin, our take on it. I've grown to a real fondness of these sandwiches when I first had one at a taqueria in the San Diego, California area. Machaca traditionally is a pork or beef that is pounded and dried and shredded to preserve it. Without refrigeration, and then when you want to cook with it, you just rehydrate it and put it into whatever recipe. We're not using that today. Um, we're using a carne asada meat that we got from a local taqueria that's really good and has a smoky flavor to it. We have chopped up some onion and bell pepper, which is what you will find traditionally in the Mexican restaurants and taquerias for a machaca torta. And we've also got a little bit of tomato we're going to be adding into that. And we've scrambled up 6 eggs. This recipe will take about 6 eggs. And that should make 2 or 3 sandwiches. This also uses a roll. Now these are bolillo rolls, very common in Mexican bread shops. But the one that's normally used is called a telera roll, and I couldn't find any of those available. They're a little bit softer than, can you hear that? They're a little bit softer than these rolls, a little bit sweeter. And believe me, there's a difference in taste and texture, but we're going to use these. These will be good and fine for our tortas today. And then we're going to put a little lettuce on it after we get it together. So I've been preheating the skillet because it takes a little while in our pan. And what we're going to do is add some oil, probably about 2 tablespoons of oil. There we go. And then we're going to get the onion and bell pepper cooking so it can break down a little bit. Once that starts to break down, we'll add in the meat. And since the meat's already pre-cooked, it won't take very long. We hope you enjoy these recipes. They're basically just simple home-cooked recipes, nothing fancy or complicated. And most of it's just using what we have in the refrigerator. The only thing I wouldn't normally have on hand is the bread for these tortas. So we had to go down to the local panderia, which is a Mexican bakery, and get the bread. I've got this one little spatula that I really like to use, and it's kind of been through the paces, but it's just the right size for stuff like this. And we're going to add a little salt and pepper because, as we've talked about in the past, you want to layer your flavors. So just putting in there probably, I would say, about half a teaspoon. Maybe not quite that much. And this meat has a pretty good flavor to it, so we don't really need to season the meat. It'll bring its own flavor to the dish. We're just going to sweat these vegetables down a little bit. And while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and take a steak knife I've got here. This one, because it's serrated. See this serrated? That's called a serrated edge. And that's a sharp knife. And that's good for steaks and bread like this, these kind of rolls. So we're going to do this, and we want to do it carefully because it will cut. Yeah, should probably put it on a cutting board. But what we want to do is just open it up and get it ready. And I'm going to show you a little trick to there we go. There we go. See that? Nice. So I'm going to show you a little trick to warming that up. Let's take a paper towel. Trick to picking up those crumbs without smearing them all over. Wet your paper towel, and the crumbs will stick to the paper towel, and you won't smear them all over the place. Very nice. Throw that away later. Okay, where's my hand towel? Okay, those vegetables are coming along nicely. Give them a little stir. Let's go ahead and add the meat. I like to add the tomatoes near the end because they break down so much. They don't take long to cook. We're going to go ahead and get the meat in here. And I'm going to fast forward the video in these places where we're just waiting for food to cook, so you don't have to sit through that so long. Okay, we've added the tomato. We're going to give that a stir. It won't take long to warm up that tomato. See how quick everything starts warming up since the meat's already cooked. It's hot and hydrated. The tomato will bring a little moisture. I caution using too much tomato with eggs because the water content in the tomato will break down the eggs. And I'm not going to add any salt or pepper before I cook the eggs. So we're going to dump these eggs in here. Just like that. There you go. Get it mixed and let it set up. Now we're going to add some salt. I'm going to say half a teaspoon of salt and pepper. We're also going to add a little onion powder, just a little bit. About, oops. See how much we add. About a quarter teaspoon. Each of those. Hope you're having a blessed day today. It's a really nice day. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. And possibly Wednesday. Okay. what we're going to do is add a tablespoon of butter. Well, it's not. Cut it a wedge, so it's about half a tablespoon of butter. And why are we doing that? Because we're going to toast our bread in this pan, since the pan's already hot. There we go. We're going to turn the heat back up. We're going to open this sandwich, put it in there. This will help soften it up. Now, if you use them the same day that you pick them up from the bakery, they'll be nice and soft and fresh. Unfortunately, these have been sitting a couple of days because I wasn't able to get to the video as quickly as I hoped. So they've gotten a little bit hard, but we'll soften them up. They'll be good. We're just going to leave them right there, and they will take just a couple minutes. Once that's done, now these sandwiches, there's no set ingredients. You can put cheese on it, you can put avocado on it, and you can put whatever salsa or chili you have that you might want on it. You make it your own. But this is the basic of it, and normally served like this with lettuce on the bread. Now, if you want to add more, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to get some salsa that we had at the taqueria. When we get the carne asada, you get a container of salsa with it. So we're going to add some of this salsa, which is really wonderful. The bread's getting hot. We're going to add some of that salsa to our machaca mixture. I'm going to have this plate. Bread should be nice and toasted. See there? Now you're going to put that on there. You're going to There we go. Yum. That is Machaca Torta from Love from the Kitchen. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Click that notification bell if you want to see more. We'd love to bring it to you. We're just going to put that. Thank you. Have a blessed day.